Welcome to Boston Beaterz, everybody. This is a typical day around here. Today we got the 2003 X5 out. Got quite a few things going on, but today I'm going to try and work on this stuck brake caliper. So I'm going to start by, I'm going to start by trying to bleed it, but the bleeder is seized on there, so I'm going to have to put some heat to it and see if I can break the bleeder loose and hopefully get the air out of the system. For those who don't know, when there's air in the system, it stops the fluid from getting to the caliper, and the fluid has more pressure than the air, so the fluid can push the pistons to open, but the air won't. That's my basic explanation. If anyone can explain it better, please feel free to do so in the comment section. Excuse my stuttering and stuff. It just happens. It happens. Anyways, this is the Mustang. So I went to sell this car the other day. Someone bought it, put the money in my hand, went to start the car, and it would not start to get on the trailer. So I tried diagnosing it and found a few issues. So this is the new starter relay. Other people call them the solenoid, starter relay or solenoid. What it has right here is, this is for the ignition, this is for the alternator out, this is for the battery and the starter. So the old one had a crack right here. This broke off, and it's because of that crack right there. Yeah, if you can see that crack. So it wasn't making good contact. It wasn't putting enough battery to the starter to start the car. So I turned the key. The battery was charged up, but the battery voltage would go way down when I turned the key because it wasn't making good enough contact. So unfortunately with these guys, I also had to do the spark plugs from trying to start the car so many times. The spark plug fouled. So to do the spark plugs on these, you have to undo the headers. So what I do is I leave that last bolt in there. That way you don't have to take the whole header off, and the gasket stays in place. So when you're taking the spark plugs out, there's not enough room to get your 5/8 socket in there to get the plugs off. So you leave that last one in there and you pull the headers out a little bit, and that gives you enough room to get your 5/8 either under or over the header to take the spark plug off. So that's a little trick there. Like I said, if you take that bolt out, take all of them out, there's a good chance the manifold will slide, and it's kind of a bitch to put the manifold back on and hold it into place. Just a little easy to leave one bolt in there, if you ask me. So I'm doing that, changing the plugs, putting these headers back on. Got a new manifold gasket in there. For those of you who don't know, if you ever get like a slapping noise or almost like a valve tick type noise, that can be the gasket in between the header or your manifold. It's called manifold gasket that's wrecked. It'll make a pretty annoying noise. It can even make loud pops and bangs. Some of you kids think it's cool, but when it's your manifold gasket that's making the noise, in my mind it is not cool. So I'm going to try and fix that. Already did anyways. There's a new manifold gasket in there. Cleaning the plugs. I don't like to spend a lot of money because I don't have it, so clean these plugs. They were super dirty. They're still a bit dirty. They're soaking in some WD-40 right now. For those of you who don't know, that WD-40 stands for water displacement. So I have the WD-40 on there to displace the water. I'm going to hit them with the wire brush, and hopefully they'll look good enough that I can put them back in. So yeah, that's what I got going on today. New spark plugs, new header gaskets. Also, I'm short a few bolts on the manifold. That's why I wrecked the header gasket. So I got to make sure I got enough bolts, put it back together. And here I also soak in some WD-40. I'll wire brush them up, get 3 or 4 bolts more I need, and slap this baby back together. Also got the back of this in the sun, letting all this dry out. Bought this with the smash rear window, so every time it rains it gets water in here, and the battery is in the trunk. So there's all these connections in here that get soaked. This is where my amp is. I had about a foot of water in there, so I had to use the electric spray cleaner and clean those off. Also got all the water out, a bitch. I got Sweet tool to do it right here. Just dig in, get your water out, chuck it out. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for checking this video out. Maybe I'll do some more videos on the actual job I'm doing, but this is just a basic video of what's going on today. Thanks again. Bye.